My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire, where we're going to be playing the Daily Climb for the 29th of March, 2019. Ooh, burst. Damn, come on second. Well done you. It is the character The Silent, and one of my favorite modifiers, Sealed Deck. Craft a deck from 30 random cards. And another one of my favorite modifiers, Big Game Hunter. Elite enemies now swarming the Spire, and they drop better rewards. The better rewards being, I don't think that they drop better money, but they do drop rare cards in particular. And certain future, the map now only contains one path. That typically means that the standard deviation for scores is much smaller. So, you know, it'll be a tight race. It'll be about just squeaking out exactly slightly more than other people manage to. So the first thing that I'm looking at here on these 30 cards, there's very little defense here. There is a backflip for 5 defense. 5 block. There's a piercing whale. That's it. That's actually it. There's a second piercing whale. That's it. So that's really, really rough. Now, something I've just realized while I'm looking at this deck is I looked at this deck and immediately ignored Dagger Throw, Calculated Gamble, Acrobatics, and Eviscerate. But maybe this is a discard deck. This is how much you have to be a discard deck for me to actually concede you might be. 2 sneaky strikes here, copies of Acrobatics galore, Eviscerate, 3 Dagger Throws, I think it is, a Terror to amplify damage. I mean, this is a discard deck through and through. I'm just bad. So let's start looking at it. Well, Terror, 2 sneakies. Those are obvious, right? Then Eviscerate, Calculated Gamble. Both of those are obvious as well. So now I'm looking at the Dagger Throws and Acrobatics, thinking how many cards do I already have in the deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total. I think I do get the well, do I get the backflip? Because it is just 5 block for us, right? Consider the fact that we're definitely taking one of these Acrobatics at the very least, and that is way more draw. So what does backflip have over just getting a copy of Acrobatics? 5 block? Is 5 block ever really enough to just completely block an incoming attack? How impactful is 5 block when you could just get really aggressive with it instead? I think maybe I take Acrobatics and then I also take some 0 costs so that I can still have a powerful turn with a bunch of cards but not much energy. So that would be Slice, Acrobatics, Backstab, Dagger Throw. Ooh, no, I probably want to go 3 Dagger Throws. Like all 3 of them, just because the Eviscerate, that's so big. So 3 Dagger Throws, 1 Slice, Acrobatics. Oh, this is going to be really interesting. If we get the right support for this deck, it is just going to go off. Okay, so 16 HP on the back line and then 22 on the front. So I'll Dagger Throw you. Discard Terror. Play Sneaky Strike for free on the backliner. Kill 1 more target. Have to discard that one because it doesn't do anything else for us. Kill 1 more target. That's... there we go. Ghost in a Jar, as well as Footwork, as if. Draw 1 card, discard 1 card. I mean, that's kind of good, but it's like a bad Dagger Throw for me right now. The way that it would become particularly good is if I had cards that benefited from being discarded, but since I have none of those in this deck, I already have ways to activate discard synergy. I'm gonna just Calc Gamble immediately, because that Eviscerate is now free. My god. What an opening turn. I might just take Piercing Whale as a defensive option here. Upgrade 2 random cards? Sure, Dagger Throw and Sneaky Strike. Neat. Backstab, Deflect. Deflect is pretty important. Little bit of defense, it's free. Well, no, these are card negative, right? You draw a card, discard a card. Well, they're card negative, but they are also just a strike by themselves, right? So, That's card negative. The problem is discard is like primarily card negative. When you discard a card, you lose a card from your hand, but usually you play a card that makes you discard another card as well. So acrobatics helps you even that out, but things that help you draw cards when you discard cards or gain energy when you discard cards so that you can use a bunch of draw cards, so tactician and reflex specifically, are going to be the most important things that we can find here. I think for that reason, I actually will hold off on deflect. Endless Agony is actually really interesting here because you can just discard it and then it comes back and it discard it again and it comes back and it discards again and then just draw through your entire deck. I think I actually take Endless Agony. Yeah. That's an interesting way to do that, and leaves us with enough money for a card removal in the space. Not until that Terra's upgraded do I really want it. I'll take a Dagger Throw out of the deck. Let's upgrade that Terra as well. Calculated Gamble also actually really needs to be upgraded, just because it's an activator for a different card. Yep, we'll calculate Gamble here entirely. So I can just Sneaky Strike twice, 24 damage, and then another 18. 24, 18 is 42, so that's enough to kill the target in the middle there. Okay. Now let's Acrobatics. We don't really care about Terra until after Piercing Wail here. Terra should go on the back line. Hopefully we get a good draw here. Oh, we do. Ish. Yeah, so I'll be taking 9 damage here. I have no defense in the deck, so I can't really bemoan that. Meat on the Bone. If your HP is addable at 50% at the end of combat, heal for 12 HP. There's also Unload here. Deal 14 damage, discard all non-attack cards in your hand. I'll take that as just a discard synergy card. And then upgrade it for 4 more damage. I also need the Eviscerate upgraded. Molten Egg, whenever you add an attack card to your deck, upgrade it. Great. Obviously works specifically for this. Oh, this is too good. We calculate a gamble now because the next hand has Terra and Eviscerate. Terra, Sneaky Strike, Eviscerate, Stab, Dagger Throw, one of the Endless Agonies out, and then Dagger Throw another Endless Agony out. Oh my god. What an opening turn! Kill the Lagavulin. Blood Vial at the start of each combat, heal for 2 HP. There's also a grand finale here. We do have kind of variable draw. Holy hell. I'm taking it. Let's try it. This is going to be interesting. Okay, we remove another card from the deck. We'll remove the Slice. Now, the reason we do this is because 12 cards, 12 is 7 for our opening hand and then 5 in the next. So I could naturally just draw, like, if my opening 7 doesn't have Grand Finale in it, then I know that I can cast Grand Finale next turn. Hang on. We'll Dagger Throw that. Acrobatics, Terra, Dagger Throw, Grand Finale. I think we might actually naturally have enough draw in every hand that we can do that constantly. This is going to be really interesting. I can't calculate a gamble until I remove a bunch of cards from my hand here, so it's like 1, 2, then calculate a gamble. And that's Grand Finale. This is a daily. You can now gain strength up to 3 times. No, I'm not taking any of that. You can't make me change the deck at this point. There's a Grand Finale in it. It's bopping. It's bopping, dropping, popping, and locking, dude. It's real good. Alright. Got to get the calculated gamble out of our hand because we definitely can't play that here, right? Whatever. Skill Potion. No. Yes, not even well-laid plans. Slows down the deck, chunks it up. Let's get strength probably in like our next 3 spaces. Oh, God. This is so good. We'll start with Terra. Acrobatics through the gambling, because we're definitely not using that this turn. Dagger Throw out, a Piercing Agony. Sorry, a Piercing Agony. Endless Agony. Dagger Throw out, an Endless Agony. And then a Grand Finale. Okay. Dagger Throw, Endless Agony, and then probably just Endless Agony, and then shuffle for a kill. There's a perfect against the first boss. Definitely didn't expect that. Or deserve it, probably. Snecko Eye kills this. Removing 2 cards from the deck, is that actually good? Yeah, it makes it more consistent. Oh, it's just which do I remove? I think it has to be Eviscerate Sneaky Strike. And it now means that I can pick up 2 more cards in the deck, should I see fit. Okay. Let's take it through the Endless Agony out. And then I'll Acrobatics, but as long as I play another Dagger Throw, Grand Finale is available. I have to imagine so many people cottoned onto this. Tactician, if this card is a card from your hand, gain 2 energy. I mean, you can't make me not take that. I have no decks in the entire deck. Or no block in the entire deck. There's no reason to have a Dex Potion. Remove a card from the deck. Yep. Just can't be that. It's probably Sneaky Strike now. If not, Unload. Sneaky Strike. Acrobatics drops the Tactician. Play the Grand Finale. Oh, God. This is second Acrobatics. Incredible. This is, I think, just going to instantly kill everything. Am I pronouncing that right? Everything? None of that, though. Take the max HP. I'm not going to try and pick up 5 curses or anything like that with this deck. This deck is already doing a cool thing. I don't need to try and risk this deck to try and make it do a different cool thing instead. Frozen Egg, whenever you get a power card to your deck, upgrade it. There's an Adrenaline. No reason not to take that here. Glass Knife is a ridiculous amount of damage, though. Especially with Girya. Taking Adrenaline. Lift another time here. Runic Dodecahedron, if your HP is full, gain energy at the start of your turn. Hand Drill, whenever you break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable. We already have Terror applying vulnerable. I'm just taking Runic Dodecahedron, probably moving on. It's either that or that and the Dagger Throw. I don't think that's necessary at this point. Regal Pillow, whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. If I can get another Tactician in this deck, I might already have an infinite. Okay, and then that one. Ba-boom. Not too far from an infinite at basically any point here. There's all of our strength now. Ooh, Book of Stabbing. You could be a problem. You could be a real problem. Piercing Wail is going to prevent you from being a problem here on turn 1 at the very least, though. Alright, you know what? Let's see if I can get back to it. Oh, there's the Acrobatics. Take a throw one more, and then Grand Finale for another time. Ginger, you can no longer become weakened. Oh my god. Wraith Form is actually really ridiculous here as well. Helps us keep on max HP from Runic Dodecahedron. It might help me perfect all of the elite fights is the thing. I think I have to take it. Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Now, we have no strikes in the deck, but these 5 bites would come pre-upgraded, and they would heal us for 3 HP per one that we play, and they give us a collector's bonus. I can't take it because I'm already doing a cool thing, though. I hope that I psyched someone out there who was like, wait, no, Rhapsody, you're gonna give up on this really cool thing? No, of course not. Why would, I'm not gonna do that. It's grand finale all the time. Letter opener. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. No. Alright. Let's get adrenaline upgrade. Extra energy so that I can play the Wraith form and such. Terror is never going to be useful in this combat. May as well just get rid of it so I don't have to shuffle through it constantly. Probably not going to want the Endless Agonies in here anyway, so let's get rid of those, then start with Grand Finale. Acrobatics to find ourselves with a new hand. Okay, so I only need to get through 2 more cards. Not that bad. There's another Grand Finale. Then Acrobatics. I'm probably not going to get through the whole thing again, am I? Oh, no, wait. I easily could. Acrobatics one more time. Drop the Tactician. Dagger Throw gets rid of the Wraith form. This is also, like, the You Are Nothing achievement is currently being gotten here. Wait. Yeah. That's lethal. You Are Nothing is kill a boss on turn 1, and that, if anything, I think has to be described as killing a boss on turn 1. Does extra energy mean anything to us right now? I fear it doesn't. I think I want the potions, actually. It's either that or Lizard Tail to help me through the boss fight, but I think the Wraith form, if I'm just clever about when I play it, I think the Wraith form will be enough. Okay, and then one more for the grand finale setup. Lovely. I am so glad that I went with this build. Block potion. Yeah, I'll drop an ancient artifact for that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. 3 more through the deck. Okay, that's actually a bit rough. I was poorly settled to do 3 more through the deck, but I can do shuffle through the deck 2 more times to get an empty draw pile. How about that? Does that work out for you? Acrobatics first, get rid of the Tactician, drop the Terror. I mean, all of those things are kind of standard. We got Adrenaline here, so we will get our Grand Finale in our first shuffle. I'm actually going to calculate a gamble now then. Entirely new hand. Acrobatics then 2 Dagger Throws, gets us lethal. So Dagger Throw once, Dagger Throw twice, and then Grand Finale again for lethal. Good lord. This is not going to get a good score. I'm already 100% aware of that. This build is not made for score. But it is really fun. That means a little bit more to me. I'll take the calculated gamble upgrade that I said I was going to get ages ago. Drawing 3 cards in the opening turn is actually really good. It's pretty common that we'd be able to get that. Yep, I'm taking the Master of Strategy. Do I want to card remove anyone else? Like, Unload doesn't really do too much in this deck right now. I don't really play it at all. Okay. So, let's start with Acrobatics, dropping the Tactician. Terror on the main liner. Another Acrobatics dropping an Endless Agony. Grand Finale first shuffles is over. Let's just Master of Strategy to open up the new deck. Dagger Throw twice, and that's another Grand Finale for us. We might get the kill on turn 1. Oh my god, on 16 top, if you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Now the extra energy makes a lot more sense. That is to say, to take the extra energy at the end of the last floor makes a lot more sense, especially considering how little I've actually adjusted my potions since I picked up the White Beast statue. I have considered each of the options, it's just they're not always necessarily good. And we Grand Finale. And Acrobatics Tactician. Grand Finale. Acrobatics through Tactician, Grand Finale. Oh, that's so exciting. Whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5, as well as... Don't ever talk to me. Yep, that's it's another Grand Finale. Oh, this is so good. And then dagger throw, the acrobatics, Grand Finale kill. Oh my god. People have to have done this, right? This is the build that everyone did, right? They definitely did. I don't need to take anything else in this deck. In fact, it's probably a bad idea to do so. To remove anything from this deck, it would just be Endless Agony. But having a card in my deck that... Oh, no, but it doesn't need to be in there if I just intend on definitely removing it. This is when I really wish there were score modifiers for having low scores. Okay. Low scores, sorry. Score multipliers for having smaller decks, thinner decks. I have to drop the Wraith form. Definitely can't drop the acrobatics, obviously. Too important. So there goes the Wraith form, I guess. All right. Start with acrobatics, dropping the Tactician. Do I want a Terror now, or do I want to wait until the second form of the Awakened one before I use Terror? I think I want to wait until the second form. So now, Grand Finale. We'll master a strategy for the extra draw. Acrobatics picks up everything except drops the Tactician. Then we've got double Grand Finale again. Acrobatics does that one more time. Here we go. So 40 incoming damage this turn. Can I deal with all of that? I haven't got the extra draw in my opening hand, unfortunately. But I can calculate a gamble to completely cycle this. Do that. Adrenaline is a good start. Acrobatics on a Tactician means that we should now be, within lethal territory. So double up on the Grand Finale, use the acrobatics, pull out almost everything else. Do I double dagger throw? Yeah, I just double dagger throw here. Get back the Grand Finale and cast it. My god, that was an easy run. And 22 minutes. All you gotta do is glom onto the right thing. But even then, as I said, the score is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not even gonna be on the first probably couple hundred, because we went for a specific type of build that is disincentivized by doing daily runs, and that is we didn't go for any collector's bonuses, which can be really, really valuable. A collector's bonus, which is to get 4 copies of a single card in the deck, is the same value as perfecting a fight against an elite. It gives you the same amount of points. It gives you the same amount of points, I believe, as increasing your max HP by more than 30. It gives you the same amount of points as completing the run in under 45 minutes. And it's stackable. You can get many, many collector's bonuses. So going for a thin deck build like that is just heavily disincentivized in daily climbs, yeah. Where are we going to even be? Like a couple hundred? Yeah, just under 100. So I have to imagine like most of these people went for a thicker discard build and went for a lot of collector's bonuses and things like that. But I particularly enjoy the way I went with it. And also, I have to imagine there were enough other people that went that way as well. I just don't know necessarily if those people were particularly high on the scoreboard. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.